Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm very happy to say that we have a special guest returning on the channel. It is Betfas, one of the best 3.0 XBOW Cycle players to ever do it, and he is here on top ladder above 3,300 rating points on Ultimate Champion, or in Ultimate Champion League on Path of Legends. Going to be getting some live gameplay from Betfas today because 3.0 has been kind of struggling in this meta. So has XBOW in general, to be honest. I just wanted to cover some top player gameplay as well in addition to my own. And we're up against Juso 14 in the first match here. So again, Betfas is at like the very top of ladder. This is like top 100 ladder level stuff, so really nice. We see a Sparky come down. We're going to see either an XBOW opposite or more likely just a defensive knight out of Betfas defending the situation. Juso, one of the best Sparky players in the world, I'd say, actually. Like, he's a pretty good friend of mine, and he's constantly been playing Sparky, like, for a long time, even before Sparky was quote-unquote broken as it is right now, so, you know, he's definitely a Sparky loyalist. That's going to be a dead Sparky, I think, and Betfas could definitely XBOW here, although that's going to need a log. Never mind about the XBOW, so Betfas is playing it safe. You know, I might have XBOW'd there because I felt, okay, he overspent, Ed doesn't have his Goblin Giant and Cycle, but he does have a Knight, and honestly, Knight makes things a lot harder in this matchup because they can just play a Knight just defensively for no reason. Betfas cycling Knights himself, already back to the Evo Knight, and so today I'm just going to be trying to get like 4 or 5 games of Betfas's here, and of course analyzing and breaking down his gameplay. So if you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Getting pretty close to 30k subs, which is really nice actually. Like, the progress has been insane, so I do appreciate you guys, and let me know if you would like to get more special guests on the channel. I definitely could do that, especially with top players such as Betfas here. So XBOW for the first time comes down once we hit double, so again, just notice how patient Betfas was there. We're probably going to see a cycle card into this Tesla for the Sparky, although the Tesla is going to die. Yep, so Betfas goes for the Ice Spirit just to play it safe. XBOW comes down in the left, Knight to predict either a Sparky or a Goblin Giant, and Juso does do the play, which is ignoring it and going all in, so this is really risky for both players. Juso, if he doesn't break through, he's going to lose the game off of this. Betfas, if he doesn't defend, is going to lose the game off of this counter push. He's actually defending this XBOW very heavily. Fireball comes down. How's he going to stop this, actually? Evo Knight to tank the first Sparky shot. Archers come down. We should see him back to his cycle cards. Okay, Fireball. Beautiful Fireball value. He might take a Sparky hit here just to take one. Nope. Just doesn't even actually take anything. That was a flawless defense. Beautiful Fireball out of Betfas. And now that's a good game, because how is Juso going to come back here? I mean, he's going to defend, but Betfas just has to spell cycle. That's 3 Fireballs. So I really don't see what Juso can do here, but he's obviously going to try his best. Betfas might be back to his Evo Knight right now, actually, once he gets back to the next Knight in cycle. That Goblin Giant is going to bypass the Tesla, actually, kind of annoying. Okay, he's not back to his Evo Knight, my bad. Beautiful micro again out of Betfas. Archers behind the tower, tucked in there to defend everything, and Knight gets a hit in the left, which is really bad for Juso. Even I wasn't looking at that part of the screen, actually, so can't really blame him. But Betfas does get a sneaky Knight hit in there. And okay, final push for Juso, this Evo Knight Goblin Giant push. I'm going to see an Ice Spirit to hold everything in place, but I mean, damage is done, and that's not really going to be tower down in the left. It might be a fair amount of damage, but it's definitely not going to be tower down, which is what Juso needed, and so that's pretty much going to be a good game. I mean, yeah, he fireballs King Tower because it's literally over, so very well played to Betfas, played very patient, went with a nice XBOW. Juso ignored it and tried to go all in, which is a good play, but if the XBOW player has perfect micro, which Betfas did, you can defend the counter push and win. Alright guys, we found the next match against a Japanese player, and Betfas is number 71 in the world, if I read that right. So obviously off to some very nice beginnings in this video here. Ice Spirit comes down, maybe predicting a Magic Archer, but this opponent is not going to be playing Bridge Spam, I don't think, not with the Evo Knight. Not sure what it is actually, Ghost. Maybe it is Bridge Spam with an Evo Knight instead of something, I'm not sure. Just Tesla down the middle for Betfas though, playing it safe, playing it chill. And 3 Musketeers come down, wow. So we're going to see split archers. Betfas is going to be back to his Knight in 1 card, so he's back to Knight right now. Going to see a Knight in the right, Ice Spirit on the left, and then he's back to Skeletons as well. That was flawless micro, actually. I'm not going to lie, guys. Usually myself, I will survive that situation. My defense is good enough, but I will probably take like a couple hundred damage here or there. Betfas took absolutely 0 damage in both lanes. Like, that was really impressive, actually, on his end. That was crazy micro, so You know, Betfas, again, one of the best 3.0 players in the world. I would not say he's exclusively a 3.0 Xbow Cycle player anymore. He has obviously diversified, and he plays other decks. He's also played in CRL and some other pro leagues, so he's definitely not just a 3.0 one-trick on ladder. But obviously he has been playing 3.0 for a very long time. One of the best in the world to ever do it, in my opinion. Probably like a top 5 of all time with his results. And definitely top 10, no doubt about that. And he's back playing it now, so obviously I'm here for it. See an Evo Knight out of Betfas, so he is cycling to the Evo Knight. Opponent doesn't really have a great response to this, actually, because Evo Knight's going to be blocking the lane and just causing a lot of trouble for the opponent here. Skeletons catch the Barb Barrel, perfect. We see an Ice Spirit as well. Bandit is going to jump, though. We might see a Knight come down for this, and sadly does not come down in time. So that's going to be a dead Expo, a dead initiative, and unfortunately not any damage for Betfas here. But that's all good, because honestly this matchup, if you look at it on paper, all Expo has to do is just defend till 5 minutes, and then you can just win with Spell Cycle. Honestly, I'm not going to say it's scummy to play very defensive in this matchup as the Expo player, because just take a look at the cards, right? The opponent, number one, he has a Barb Barrel, one of the best Expo counters in the game in terms of like small spells and just general support against Expo. Number two, he has the Evo Knight. So in addition to all the other random spam like a Ram opposite lane, Ghost, Knight, or a Ghost, Hunter, Bandit, whatever, he has the Evo Knight, and unfortunately Betfas misses that set of Musketeers with the log. Betfas is back to his own Evo Knight, though. Very fast Knight cycle out of Betfas here. That's going to defend just fine. We should see a Fireball, so Betfas is cycling very fast. As you guys can see, Evo Knight does great against Musketeers, any ranged troops, really. It's one of the best counters in the game to Archer Queen, I think, because it renders the ability entirely useless. We see a Tesla come down, and this is going to be a pretty good situation. We see Muskies up high. We're just going to see a log on everything, and Betfas is defending very well. Like, he actually hasn't really taken any direct tower damage, I don't think. Tesla comes down. Muskie's going to lock on. No, it doesn't. Ice Spirit to freeze everything, and Skeleton in the middle. Just Betfas is holding on to this micro incredibly well. Okay, finally Musketeer locks on, but Betfas is back to the log, and as you guys can see, he's actually maintaining his lead because he's actually been up the whole time in the right lane. Fireball is going to come down for that pump in the left in a second here. And 3.0 does have a fast enough cycle to the point where you can just cycle multiple Fireballs, whether it's on the pumps or the Musketeers. Betfas here, obviously, not really going for any defensive expos, which I found a bit surprising, because I personally lean on those a lot in any 3 Musketeers matchup. We see the stacked Archers in the right, Evo Knight in the left, very nice stuff. Obviously, stacked Archers putting in work in this matchup too, because the opponent does not have a big spell. Back to a Fireball for the right lane, and then Knight comes down for the remainder of the push, and that's going to be triple Elixir now, so Betfas is going to be in for a pretty good spot, all he has to do is really defend for the next 50 seconds, which is no issue at all. He's going to get a Fireball on all the Musketeers. Wow, late Fireball, he hits all of them, very well played. Very good way to get value out of it, obviously, because those Musketeers are worth 9 Elixir. Fireball only costs 4, and if you Fireball all 3, that's one of the best ways you can possibly counter 3 Musketeers, honestly. Evo Knight comes down, and then this is going to be a pretty easy defense. 3 Emma is going to come down again for the opponent, and Betfas reactively goes for the Fireball, hits 2 out of 3, so still worth it, honestly. Although I guess he could have hit the tower if he was going to hit 2 anyways, but like, I did not know that was a play. I guess he's going for it, like reactive Fireball on 3 Musketeers. I've never really thought of doing that before. Betfas obviously, though, a pioneer, just doing new things. He's going to Fireball again. He does, and he hits all 3 this time. So, wow, I guess that's a play, guys, you can take note of that Betfas has started doing. I never saw that before. Late Fireball on the Musketeers, that still hits all of them. If you have fast enough reaction time and good aim, I suppose you can get that off. So, well played to Betfas here. Going to be a nice win against this Japanese 3M player. Obviously, must take talent to be this high on ladder with 3 Musketeers. So, very nice second win in the video. Alright guys, and Betfas is number 54 in the world right now, so getting closer, closing in on the top 50 now, so very nice stuff. We see an Ice Spirit, baits out the Zap, Log, and then Tombstone. I think we're going to see a Knight. Okay, he goes Knight, same lane, so I usually go Knight opposite lane in this instance, because I feel like Knight into the Skeleton just slowly gets chipped out, but we're going to see an Expo. We see an Expo on the right, which I find very surprising. I don't know why, guys, but I always say play Expo same lane against the LavaLoon with 3.0, and I still stand by it, but I will say, special note, Betfas' playstyle is a bit unique. He always goes Expo opposite, and he makes it work somehow, so we're going to see a high Tesla right here. This is why you go inner Expo, guys, opposite lane, because this high Tesla is going to kite the balloon, and subsequently is going to kite the balloon over to the Expo, as you guys can see. So, really nice defense. and that's going to be a Knight to protect the Archer. Ice Spirit to hold the balloon in place, and that's going to be pretty much a good game. Archers come down, and Carl just fireballs tower. Yep, so honestly, guys, the opposite lane Expo kind of putting in work. Carl went all in, ignoring the Expo, trying to tower trade, which is what I advise against. Like, I do not think you should tower trade with Expo against any matchup, really. Especially opposite lane, because that's not what Expo is about. It's not an opposite lane deck, it's a same lane deck. But if you go Expo in the inner corner and then Tesla up high like that, you can actually cut the balloon over to the Expo. And Betfas obviously having good enough micro to pull that play off consistently, because he always does it. Whether he even tower trades, honestly, like half the time I've seen him play against LavaLoon with 3.0. He goes the opposite lane, he tower trades, and he still wins the tower trade situation. I don't know how. Carl just giving him a free juicy fireball right there. Revealing the Evo Barbs, his last card. And yeah, I didn't even get a chance to use them at all. Maybe Carl was just a bit too aggro. Although I don't really know, like, I don't know, like, what he should have done, because he could have gone balloon on the Expo, but then he would have had to respond to the Knight coming down, or it would have been like 2,000 damage. And then he also would have had to respond to the LavaHound support, like the Archers, which would have just gone crazy. So I guess well played to Betfas either way. Alright guys, so next match against this Arabic player, I think. I know him, he's like, I saw him beat Mohammed Light with Golem before, I think, or I've seen him play against a lot of top players with Golem. Like, he's a pretty good Golem player, I guess, because he's pretty high up. Betfas elects to ignore the pump and goes Expo with the Knight. Barbs come down. We might see Fireball for the Barbs, and we do. So Betfas going all in on this Expo. I guess because the opponent doesn't have a Goblin gang in cycle, so he can't really like get a cheap defense on the Expo off. That being said, though, Betfas is down like 6 Elixir minimum right now. He's already down like 2 if you look at the Elixir bars, and then the opponent has like 6 in the tank in that pump there. So Betfas is going to be down a ton. I really want to see how he's going to defend this, because Golem pushes are the worst. We'll see a Night Witch come down, and the card spot's going to be glitched, guys. That empty card is a Night Witch. Don't worry about it. Sometimes that just happens when you're spectating for some reason. I think we'll see a Knight to kite the Skelly King over. Yep, and probably a Fireball at some point, although I'm not sure when. We're going to have to see a Fireball at some point. Or just Skeletons to kite this in the middle. Archer's low. And are we going to see a Fireball at all? Maybe not. Or maybe on, no, second Tesla, and then late log, I guess, for those blobs. Beautiful timing, as you guys can see, putting those blobs in 1 HP range. Back to the Evo Knight is Betfas, and Ice Spirit for everything. And that is actually a good game, like, really good defense. Okay, that's going to be a lot of damage, actually. So don't underestimate the last stage blobs, guys. They go crazy. But Betfas lived, and he has an Evo Knight counter pushing, so I guess he survived. So I guess that's GOAT level micro, guys, against Golem. Like, I love going aggro against Golem and punishing them, but it never really works out for me. Like, either it works out and I win in single, which is what happened here, Betfas won in single, or it doesn't work out because they tower trade, I don't defend anyways, and then I just get screwed over. Anyway, Betfas Fireball logs the Evo Barbs, so that's going to be, you know, 12 for 5 on the Expo, -7 for Betfas, especially considering the opponent has a pump as well. It's going to be like a -14 for Betfas, I'd say. I literally say he's down 14 Elixir right now, or something to that accord. But let's see how he can defend this huge Golem push, because I really don't know how. All he has to do is survive on 1 tower, so I think he's guaranteed to lose 1 tower here, but let's see how he survives. So, second Golem is already down, stacked Archers in the left. Definitely gonna have to see a high value Fireball, really good Fireball, although he did miss the second stage Golem blobs. And then how's he gonna direct his attention here? Ice Spirit in the bottom, Evo Knight is back, but he's going to lose his tower on the right, so he has to defend the left tower now, because if he loses this, it's over. Ice Spirit freezes everything. He has to log on the right. He does. Is he back to Tesla for this Golem? He just barely is, and Skelly King ability is not going to be back. I think he survived, guys. Oh my god, that was... Wait, is it over? He logs, and he survived. That was the craziest Golem defense I've seen in a minute, but he survived the Golem onslaught, and well played to Betfas, top 50 in the entire world, I think. Alright guys, 3408, Betfas is going for 1 more above the top 50. We see a Miner and a Knight by the opponent here. We're going to see Archers snipe the Knight, Minion Horde to snipe the Archers, Tesla for the Minion Horde, and we have a game here. So this looks like it's going to be 3 Musketeers. After seeing Miner and Horde, or I guess it could just be Mortar, but usually Mortar decks would run the Evo Mortar if I had to guess. Like, I haven't seen any Mortar decks actually like lately. We see a pump. Are we going to see an Expo? Yeah, we are. Inner placement tucked next to the Tesla, as you guys can see, and no great response to the Expo actually by the opponent, because no Horde in cycle, right? Minion Horde's like the best response. I think Betfas is back tonight, and he is. That's going to be a huge lock. We might see a gang. Pretty sure the opponent has a gang in this deck. We're going to see a miner is going to get caught. No, it's not, but... Well, it is. Ice Spirit Skeleton's late. But Betfas is down a ton of Elixir. He's no stranger to these situations, though. You guys saw against Golem, he defended when he was like down 14 or something. You saw against Juso Sparky when he ignored the entire Xbow push. Betfas still defended. And we see a second pump. So what's the play here? Does he fireball or does he Xbow? I want to say he doesn't fireball, but I'm not sure. I guess he's going to Xbow. No, he splits archers. Wow, because, yeah, fireball is not the play there, guys. I've learned the hard way. If they have two pumps like that, you never fireball because you're already down so much elixir. If you just fireball, that's just a -1 again. You're just going to lose straight up. So you just want to full defend. So Betfas is doing exactly that. Ice Spirit to freeze the ram and reset the charge. Tesla should do work, and opponent is back to Minion Horde if he wants to punish. Evo Knight comes down for Betfas. Skeleton is on the left. Beautiful defense. Opponent is still up quite a bit of elixir, though, so we can maybe get something happening here. We're definitely going to see a Horde in a second here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, arrows. Okay, actually, no need for a Horde. Just Knights duking it out. Tesla at the bridge. I guess, yep, Xbow with a Tesla, of course. And opponent has to struggle to defend this. Ram comes down. Log on the Ram and the pump. I like that play. Evo Knight is back, though, so now the opponent has an Evo Knight of his own. Tesla still putting in work, though, not going to lie. Tesla doing pretty big things in the right lane. That's going to be a dead Xbow, sadly, but what's Betfas' play here? Like, defensive Xbow, maybe? Second pump comes down. How is he going to defend? He just goes Xbow. This is something I have talked about with other Xbow players, by the way. Like, when you're down so much against 3M, sometimes you just Xbow Onslaught to constantly pressure. Knight tries to catch the miner, doesn't work out. Ice Spirit does catch, though. And Betfas is trying to make his opponent lose his entire elixir lead. I feel like I recognize that name, but I don't know what it is because I can't read Japanese. I might see a log on the gang. We do. New Ram comes down, new archers come down, and Skellies, arrows, and that's going to be another baby Xbow luck, guys, like 300 damage, so not bad. Evo Knight unfortunately forced out of Betfas here. I'm going to see a Tesla. I was going to say another Xbow. I was predicting another Xbow out of Betfas, but maybe not. Maybe just a full defense here. He's actually still taking like no damage on any of his towers, and wow, nice fireball and everything again. You guys know Betfas loves that play. You saw that in the other 3 Musketeers match. So, Knight to protect the Tesla. Miner comes in to snipe the archer. Does also clip the Ice Spirit with the arrows, does the opponent there. And archers are going to clean everything up. So Betfas is still down quite a lot, but he's honestly surviving. Evo Knight comes down predicting a possible Xbow. Betfas playing it safe. Is he going to fireball again? And he does, and he hits everything. Wow. He is no stranger to hitting those, and wow. He's a 3 off fireball, though, 2 off now. He's going to cycle back, or is he just going to get to a pair of archers? Nope. Well, he's back to fireball now. I don't think he needs it, though. Yep, Tesla. Very clean micro, guys, out of Betfas. Not gonna lie, that's been crazy. And Evo Knight comes down for this Ram opposite, so no real issues there. Just gonna take the charge and Evo Knight. And at this point, the game's pretty much over because it's triple, and Betfas has no elixir deficit anymore. Like, he survived the entire elixir deficit. Again, just fireballs everything. Opponent definitely wants to punch for the Horde right now, and he does. Tesla comes down, though. Knight to predict the miner. Wrong spot, but still, Horde is all taken care of with the Tesla, and game is pretty much over again, because, honestly, guys, I want you to take away from this match the way Betfas survived the elixir deficit. It wasn't just with defensive Xbows, it wasn't just by playing passive, it was by playing aggressive and playing with offensive Xbows, so I just want you guys to take note of that, because that was very interesting. An impressive way of playing, and that's going to put Betfas breaking into the top 50. Let's see where he is now. And number 40 in the world, so really not bad. Top 40, guys. 3-4-3-1 rating points and Ultimate Champion, so very good stuff. Thank you so much to Betfas for coming on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you would like to see more special guests here on the channel in the future. Definitely could make that happen. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.